big on the I told you so's, but in this case, I absolutely told you so. Remember when I've been saying on these videos that it does not matter who Democrats run in 2024? Because I have said that it will not be Joe Biden. There is no way they run this guy to the finish line. There is so much bad press around him. Even Democrats have begun to turn. Even the corporate media has begun to turn on him. And so there's no way they get him all the way to November 5th. I think at the convention in August, they're going to find somebody new. They're going to drum up this new excitement. But as I have been saying, it does not matter. And you need to share this message with all of your Biden voting friends that are like, yeah, Joe Biden's just a little too extreme for me. I need a more moderate Democrat in the office. Here's the thing. That person does not exist anymore. If you want a moderate Democrat, you might look at RFK Jr. Other than that, if they are establishment Democrat, they are all communists, they're all globalists, they are all corrupt as hell. So here is Gavin Newsom. He is a popular pick to replace Biden on the ballot in November. He's coming out saying, I want a 28th Amendment that will essentially reduce what the Second Amendment says. So they are looking at gun control. They're not able to get it passed because of that pesky Second Amendment. He wants an actual constitutional amendment, the 28th Amendment, that would, among other things, raise the age that you're allowed to buy a firearm. It would do universal background checks and a little bit more. And when I say a little bit more, I mean a lot more. As always, I have a question for the gun control crowd. What laws on the books, short of stripping us of the Second Amendment entirely, would prevent all the gun crimes that we see? The answer to that is nothing. But I do have an answer and a solution to the problem. You lock up violent criminals. You do not let these guys that cause carnage in the streets to go back on the streets and commit more carnage. You lock up all the gangbangers the first time something happened, because as soon as you eliminate bottom 5% of society, most of your problems go away. And then at that point afterwards, just like we've seen in El Salvador, you can slowly cherry pick a few others. If you do something, boom, it's easy to identify you because most of the bad guys are already locked up. Democrats don't want it that way. It is not about keeping people safe. It is not about even eliminating guns because criminals do not care about these laws to begin with. It is simply about making you less safe and unable to defend yourself, maybe from criminals on the street, but also from the government eventually when they all come knocking on your door to throw me and you into the gulags. Take a look at Newsom, though, proposing the 28th Amendment that wants to see you have less gun rates.
Every time, it's the same. They tell us we can't stop these massacres. They tell us we have to stand by and watch tragedy after tragedy unfold in our communities. They say we can't stop domestic terrorism without violating the Second Amendment, and that thoughts and prayers are the best we can do. I'm here to say that's a lie. In this country, we do have the power to change things, to reclaim our freedom from fear. Our ability to make a more perfect union is literally written into the Constitution. So today, I'm proposing the 28th Amendment to the United States Constitution to do just that. The 28th Amendment permanently enshrines 4 additions to the laws of our land. It raises the minimum age to purchase a firearm from 18 to 21. Because if you can't buy a beer, you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. It mandates universal background checks to prevent truly dangerous people from purchasing a gun that can be used in a crime. It institutes reasonable waiting periods for all gun purchases, and it bans civilians from buying assault rifles, those weapons of war our founding fathers never foresaw. This will guarantee states as well the ability to enact common sense gun safety laws while leaving the Second Amendment intact and respecting America's gun-owning tradition. The 28th locks in the common sense constitutional protections that Democrats, Republicans, independents, and gun owners overwhelmingly support. And it ensures NRA-owned politicians can never strip those protections away. This fight won't be easy, and it certainly won't be fast. Convening a constitutional convention requires 2/3 of the states to call for this. California will be the first. But that's just the beginning. Join us by going to campaignfordemocracy.com and signing the petition. To protect our communities and protect our freedom, support the 28th.